Alright guys, sorry it's been so long. Um, I haven't been able to do a whole lot of work on the bed as a whole lot of work on anything around here. Just stuff with life coming up and being busy, whatnot. But good news today, my buddy Richard Taylor was in the area. He was home from one of his motorcycle riding hiatuses. Keep an eye out, and hopefully he does big things with that because he definitely travels all over the place doing it. Um, so good luck, Richard, in your next race, your next whole season, everything. But yes, we got all of our angles welded. So Richard was able to come through and get our angles welded. I still need to cut them, drop them down in, and weld up my tabs on the bottom to hold them. But as you can see, we've got all four of them done. Now I've already got these pieces cut, those pieces cut. I still need to cut the front pieces, but I just wanted to give you guys a quick update. I tried to upload a video last couple days ago, and I guess it was too long. I don't have enough subscribers yet, so they cut me down in time. I only get, I think, 11 or 13 minutes or something like that, and my video is 26 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload a video tonight, use this as an intro, upload a video tonight of the work that I have done over the past like 2 weeks in here, and then tomorrow I'll upload a second video. That way, I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate the subscriptions. I appreciate you guys following. And I want to keep you guys up to date on what's going on. I don't want to just get the bed done, throw it on there, and be like, hey, this is what I did. You know, I want to show you guys how it progresses along. But like I did say, I have been busy. So thanks for bearing with me, guys, and we'll get back to you. I started a 5-day stretch of work, but I'm on my time off. A couple hours here, a couple hours there throughout the rest of this week. I'm hoping to get most of this bed ready, that I can rip the bed that's on the Tacoma off, get this thing on there, fit it up, and we'll get this thing going and build our headache rack and all that stuff. So again, thanks guys, and look for the video tomorrow also, or if you don't watch this for a couple weeks, there'll be two videos. It'll be a two-parter. We'll get back to you as soon as we can, and like I said, guys, thanks. I'll talk to you later. So what we're gonna do is go around the block here and go grab the last two pieces of tree from old Send It Steve, so that the kids officer can get off his back about at least that much. Oh, this satchel of Richards parking right in the middle. I can't even get around to get up there. Let's see. Oh, we're gonna send it. We're gonna lock her in 4 low, just so I don't happen to spin. And we're gonna get real close over there. Look at that, Steve. I'm sending it. You'd be proud. Okay, guys, we're back home. The Tacoma, well, there's still those two pieces of wood in the bed. We might unload it in a little while, but since today is my only day for a weekend, it's time to get rid of that and mix a drink. And we might get to working on the taco. I might just put this thing on a time lapse, work on that a little bit, or I might just, I don't know, I might just call it a night. I'm not really sure, guys. But if this is good night or goodbye, then we'll catch you on the next video. If not, well, you can watch me work on the taco for a little while. Have a good night, guys. Alright, guys, so one of the things that's been plaguing me with these the bed build is some of my welds are just going to crap. So I was talking to a couple guys. They suggested to replace the whip liner, which I did that, and didn't really change anything. So I replaced my tip inside here. Well, it's all burnt up again because it's still welding like crap. But talked to a buddy last night that does a lot of welding, and even though this wire, to me, it looks pretty good. Now, when I did the whip, I know that my drive motor was having issues before, and this is the old drive motor. If you look in there, you see all that oxidization that was coming essentially off the wire. So I replaced the drive motor also, and what I was having issues with was this here cracked, and I epoxied it, but it never quite sat down in there correctly. Now that there's no wire in there, it looks like it's fine, but as soon as it would get a little tension, the other end of it, pretty loose. Now, that is my absolute only complaint about this welder. I've had this thing for about 3-4 years now, and it does absolutely awesome. It puts out the power that a much bigger system, a bigger welder should be doing. So we got some new welding wire, and we got our lubes and scrubber to put back on there. When the old one, I actually ended up losing the lube part, so all I was running was the scrubber, and I mean, yeah, there's definitely some corrosion in there. So when I bought this spool, it was an 11-pound spool. I was going through a lot more wire than I have been in recent, like, 6 months. So I went with the 11-pound spool, and I think I'm just starting to get some corrosion. I'm trying to open this up. I mean, you can it doesn't really look, well, yeah, there's some definite corrosion in there. So what we're going to do first off, before we even start messing around, is we're going to replace that wire, get that all sorted out, and go from there. Hopefully that takes care of my problem. I'm at a loss to it. If that doesn't take care of the problem, I'm probably going to have to send this machine out and have it assessed and see if it's still working correctly. But I think it is, because it'll weld perfectly fine for a couple seconds, and then it'll go to spitting and sputtering and everything like that. And like I said, I talked to my one buddy who does a lot of welding. That's what he actually does as a profession, as a welder, and he said it is a pretty common issue, especially if your wire sits there for a while. And after seeing that in that drive motor, I am pretty confident that's my issue. I don't think there's an issue with the machine. So let's get after that, and we'll see what happens. Alright guys, so we got the new spool of wire on, the scrubbers all lined up, and cleaned up a little spot. Didn't fix it, but I think I figured it out. Our shielding gas is leaking out here. It is not traveling up through the whip. So, do I need to move this in or out? That's what I gotta figure out. Or what is going on there with that? Okay guys, so I think I got it figured out. What happened was, this block here acts like almost like a manifold. This is where your gas line comes in, and then when it attaches to your whip, there's seals on your whip, and this was actually pushed back. This moves back and forth depending on the depth of your whip that you need. I believe that's why it's designed like that, so that if you have a whip of a different design, you can move it back and forth. Now, it can only go back and forth a couple millimeters, but it'd probably be enough. So we're gonna give her a go and see how she welds. I hope this isn't a problem. Awesome. Turn up the heat a little bit. Oh man, that is such a relief to get that fixed. So now I get my ends here finished up. I want to run a couple little beads down through these pieces just to give me a little bit more strength for when I put the wood on. But oh yeah, and I noticed I missed it right here when I was welding it up. So but that I've been fighting this thing and trying to figure out what the heck went on with it for like the past 3 weeks that I have had. Well, 3 weeks time period, but I've been working a lot in this past 3 weeks. So that gets me, I'm excited about that. I'm happy. Finally got it figured out, switched around, and we should be able to weld now. We hopefully get this Tacoma finished up.